Good morning, Tash.
Good morning.
She's bending over. What are you doing? Picking up your blocks.
I am just picking up my blocks.
Picking up your blocks.
Yeah.
Studio dog Mabel's just realised that I'm here. Mabel, you missed me. I've been here a little while.
She's been out walking with Dave.
Terrible, terrible security.
She's
Miss
been
Mabel.
on a dog and Dave walk.
Dog and Dave walk.
They are very cute.
Oh, talking of which.
Here he
Hi,
is.
Dave.
Hey, Dave.
You've
Thank
grown so
you.
much, little
He's
man.
been out for his little walk. Look how big he is. You right? Yes? Yes. Yes.
So we bought him some friends, didn't we?
We did. You didn't like them, did you, Dave?
No. We
Oh,
were
look at Mabel. She's like, he's calling for me.
We were told he needed chicks, weren't
Yes. Yes, not true.
we? No,
No.
didn't like them.
Because they were a week younger than you, weren't they? Yeah, I know. And what did that mean? You just kept pecking them? Yes, I know.
Well,
Dreadful,
I think also
isn't it?
he's decided he's a dog.
He has. He loves
thinks
Mabel.
he's a spaniel. That's why he's crying now. Look, he wants to get back to Mabel.
He's just chatting. You having a good old chat? Yeah.
He is.
Hasn't he
wants to
grown
get
in a
back to
week,
Mabel.
though?
He's grown loads.
You need more of a rucksack than a bum bag now.
Yes.
I know. Off you go. Go on. Take those little wings.
Claire
Thank
says,
you.
"Morning, everyone. I'm Dave." Yeah, well done for being early, Claire, because you got a little Dave.
Your little
sneaky peek.
Dave preview.
You did.
Maybe
This
are you
is-
going with Dave or are you staying here?
Oh, Dave disapproves of Mabel staying here, but she
He
does
will
seem to
shout
want
me
her
on.
Lisa Chandler Aussie Ottoman, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
she probably does
difficult.
want a little break from Dave. This childcare is really tough, isn't it, Mabel?
All mums feel like that sometimes. I'm not going to lie.
Off
It's
you go, Mother
exhausting.
Duck. You can look after him for a bit.
He does have a good old shout. If he can't, he's got a certain cry if he can't see everyone
Yeah.
and he gets a little bit lost or anything like that, then he has a,
He
you
gets
know,
really
it's funny, you know what, I know what he's saying.
We know what you're
we
saying,
know
Dave.
what you're saying, Dave. So good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to Natasha Makes. I'm Natasha. Today we are making, and it's just pinned quite precariously onto Jane's next week's quilt. This is the Ombré quilt. We have done the Ombré Appliqué Quilt out of Liberties before, but then we got some rather beautiful fabrics in from Makower.
We did.
And I just thought, you know what, it needs a remake. And not only that, I wanted to show you, because at the time we spoke about how you could do 2 quilts in one.
Yeah.
And so for each one, so in the original quilt, it was made up of blocks like this, with the applique on there.
Mm-hmm.
Now for this one, we then take the opposite. So it's 2 quilts in one.
Careful cutting and you get a twofer.
Gonna show you how.
Yeah.
But actually, with these bundles that we've got for you today, you could make 4.
Oh, that's exciting.
You could actually make 4 quilts, which is ridiculous. You would need, if you wanted to do 4, you would need more ivory. But we've put a bundle together of the ivory so that if you wish, you can do 2 quilts.
Yeah. So it's a 2 metre length of ivory plate. Yeah. On
Yeah.
a deal as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got a long quarter bundle for you of all of these fabrics. If you just want the fabrics and you absolutely love the fabrics, we understand. And if you want plains to go with, maybe you want to sash in a bright colour.
Or Tash, I feel it's rude to call these plains.
They're not, are they? Should we go overhead and have a
They're
little
just
look?
too
Because they're actually
beautiful to be
linens.
called that. Yeah, linen textures.
So the same weight as a normal cotton, but in a linen texture. And these are the ones that were chosen to go with because, well, they do so beautifully. So if you wish to buy these as the accompanying ones, then do.
I love the linen textures.
They just work, don't they?
They're really clever because they've got that linen look, haven't they?
Oh, for sure.
But on quilting weight fabric. Because you don't want to mix your weights really when you're quilting.
No,
And
it's
you're not
kind
with
of.
this,
I
so-
mean, if you're being a purist, obviously back in the day, quilts would have been whatever weight fabric people could get their hands on.
True.
So it's not. It's only now that we become really fussy about it and go, oh, I only want whatever.
Yeah.
And yes, because then it washes the same, tumble dries the same, shrinks. Like you get all the same shrinkage. You get consistency.
Nice to work with.
Yeah, and so we've become perfectionists, haven't we, about our quilts? But if originally you could make it out of any old fabrics, but I think now what we find more is that actually it's just nice to make quilts out of the same collection, because then you can mix it up any old how, and it really doesn't matter.
And we know that these 3 have been selected by Makower to accompany this collection.
Absolutely.
So they will look superb.
They work to perfection. Now, just a little word on these, because I managed to get some more yesterday. So this is a bundle of fabrics. It's 6.5 meters, so 3 meters of fabric. I got them at a cracking show price for you yesterday. I've got a handful of Sanderson, I've got a handful of Tula Pink. So if you just want to have a look at these 1/2 meters, these should have been nearly £50 for 3.5 meters, 3 meters rather.
Yeah.
But instead, they are down to just £35.
And this is the last of our suppliers' stock.
Yeah, when they are
Sad
gone, they are gone. And the only reason I managed to get it at the price that I did was because I was willing to carry, so I got what I could carry.
You accosted them.
Yeah, I did. I went back because I knew that the Sanderson had sold out, so I went back and got you some more. They are rather gorgeous. So if those orangey tones are the ones that you love, mixed with blues, this is kind of the perfect combo for us, because Josh loves his oranges and I love my blues. So this works an absolute treat. And it's Sanderson.
So contemporary, isn't it?
You just know that you are getting incredible quality fabrics, timeless, absolute timeless classics.
They go with
Really,
your
really
outfit as
beautiful.
well, Tash.
Am I magically blending? Amazing.
You could lie under that pile of fabric and just disappear, I feel.
No one would notice.
Might be an option later.
Yeah.
But they are stunning.
No one would care. It's all good, isn't it?
Yeah.
They are really exquisite. That's a quilt in one.
Yeah. 3
That's a
meters
quilt
of
done.
fabric, of course.
Yeah. For
Got
sure.
Loads there.
For £35.
Cushions, yeah.
Just incredible value. And they come all done with a little bow.
Yeah.
So this is the Sanderson. When it's gone, it's gone.
What a lovely gift as well, you know, if you do have a quilting friend.
To give them a classic fabric.
And they're going to look at this and know this. In fact, quarter bundles are more. So as much as we've put the compare at price there for you, pre-cut fat quarter bundles with a ribbon around them actually would be more. So that's a conservative compare at price.
Yeah,
So it would be
especially as these are
50 odd
half
quid.
meters. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, they're half metre bundles, aren't they? But yeah, the pre-cut bundles with your ribbon, they are... They're
Beautiful
charged
for
at
gifting.
premium by the supplier normally, aren't they? So we've put
Yeah,
a
because
conservative price
more
on
has
it.
had to happen to them.
Yep.
The more that has to happen to a fabric, the more they're going to charge you for it.
Yeah.
Now these ones are Tula
6.5
Pink.
metres. It's bonkers.
It is, isn't it? Now this was a gorgeous collection.
This is one of my favourite prints, the one you've got in your hand now.
This
that she's
one?
ever done. Yeah.
It's just because it works with all of them.
It goes
And
with every Tula ever made.
you know that when you are working with Tula, the same colour palette is going to rise. I had a little sneak peek. I shouldn't have, but I might have had a little sneak peek of what's coming up.
Yes.
No.
Not the one she showed me.
No, collection after that.
Oh, shush.
That no one should have seen.
Ooh.
I might have accidentally seen that. And again, but in this colour palette.
Of course.
Always in this colour
This
palette.
one's
So you
super.
know. So you've got I made bags and all sorts out of these. I love the mineral. Gorgeous. And it just all works. And then you've got your rainbow over here.
And then this one's fabulous, isn't it?
It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. I'm going to put that one along there. So all of these are half meters.
Yeah. In my head, I'm going, this fat quarter bundle. It's not.
It's not, no, it's
it is.
half meters.
Which is bonkers. But yeah, they're half metre bundles because, like you say, they're pre-cut, pre-packaged, ribboned, everything. They do get sold at a premium. So our price is exceptionally good.
£35.
35 is insane.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous,
Yeah.
gorgeous, Tash. Nice.
You are talking £5 a half metre.
Bonkers.
When you put it like that, there's nearly £3 saving per half
Hang
metre
on,
here.
that would be 7. This is 6. Maths.
6.
Maths.
Sorry. £3.50.
£5.50.
£3.50 in a swidge. It's, yeah, I keep thinking there's 7 for some reason. I keep thinking there's 7 in there. But it's still a cracking deal.
Where are we?
We're a squidge under.
£5.83.
Okay.
£5.83 per half metre.
So there's over £2 saving per half metre.
Yeah.
Per half metre.
Yeah. £5.83.
Wow. And they should be $7.99 per half metre.
They should. At least.
So, yeah. Like I say, when they're gone, they're gone. But they are rather...
And they will come to you tied in lovely ribbon.
They will. Yeah, absolutely.
That would say lovely gifting opportunity there.
To yourself.
I mean to yourself. If you wish.
To yourself.
To me, from me, to my stash. Actually, Tash, you've got some tied up there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, look. Lovely.
Tied up with string.
Yeah. Or actually pretty ribbon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, let's have a look at today's fabric. These are all available by the half metre as well. I got these in, they're called country cuttings. I keep calling them country clippings, they're not, they're country cuttings. I even tried to sell that to SJ in the
If ever there's anything wrong in the newsletter,
it's generally because I've written it.
it's probably because we've sent it down the river with some incorrect information somewhere. But no, these are lovely, aren't they? Really beautiful miniature florals from Makower UK. Beautiful.
What I'm revealing behind, if we're talking Sanderson,
Oh, look. Oh, okay. Don't look, everybody.
might be
Tomorrow's show.
fabrics,
Ooh.
which are, again, exquisite. And so if you are buying these bundles today, please know that
they go perfect.
they are not going to be out of place with
that's
tomorrow's
stunning.
Sanderson. Look, that colour is exactly in there and in there.
Oh,
Just saying.
all that time spent folding those beautifully, Tash. Well done.
I know, well done me. So, yeah, brand new Sanderson tomorrow. What are we going to make with it? You'll have to wait and see. But I promise you're going to love it.
I know.
Huh?
That's fine. I know what she's got going on.
Right. Can we go close up on these,
We
please? Because they are ditzies. Jane gets really excited about a ditzy. And she gets really cross that I don't buy enough.
She does.
And it's only because they don't shop that one on camera.
Oh, Anne says, stop it. I can't live forever to use all my fabrics. I will have to tie myself to the kitchen table to stop myself buying these. Anne,
Can't take it
first
with
and
it.
foremost, they say you can't buy joy. I argue you can.
Well, here it is.
Yeah. And second, it's going to keep your house warm.
It's insulating.
Yep.
Yep.
And third, it keeps us in business. If
Yep.
that helps in any way whatsoever. We could go on. We could just carry on for ages.
We could give you all the
reasons to buy
excuses, all the reasons in all the world.
reasons, Anne.
Did we sell all of the electric scissors yesterday?
Yes.
They went, did
Yes.
they? These for me are like these are sort of the yellowy bluey tones. Maybe we should have done like a yellowy bluey bundle.
Well, if
Don't
anyone
know.
wants
Well,
that, we
you
can do that.
Yeah.
Becky says, good morning, everyone. Beautiful red-orange sky in Gloucestershire this morning.
Look at that.
Ooh.
Look at those.
Oh, those look amazing together.
This is why you need all of them. It's so hard to choose.
But we've made a long quarter bundle, and getting your long quarter bundle, you're going to be able to make the quilts and other stuff.
Also, next week, I have something really beautiful coming in for you.
Oh, she's a tease.
I know. But I'm just going to say that next week, the bundles that we've got would go really beautifully with this for Easter.
Oh, so true.
Just saying, they're on their way. So you're going to want to have got these ahead of time.
Yeah.
And I will make sure that what I make next week with them will be long quarter friendly for you.
Nice. Perfect. So getting quick.
You can't
Marilyn-
argue with that, can you?
No, Marilyn says you can never have too many of the old lovely fabrics. And
Well, the
also
thing
she
is
loves
with a
that combo.
ditzy is that you can mix it through with other things. These will sit in beautifully with some of your caifs, with some of your tulas. They will sit in a really beautiful way. So case in point, for example, this little chap here, we made him, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Lovely.
So these are exquisite blenders as well.
They're really useful in your stash, aren't they?
Really
You're
useful.
always
So
gonna have something.
use this instead of a plain. But they are just very, very pretty. Hang on, how many of these have we got?
I've
One,
just twigged
two,
the one
three,
that's on the
four,
top of the
five.
pile nearest me. I think was supposed to be on the previous bundle. That one there. You've got 6 there, 5 up on the shelf, and then 7 in front of me. So I think this top one here was supposed to go with the bundle you've just shown before.
Did we didn't mix them up, did
No,
we?
but I think you had them in 3 piles of 6, didn't you?
Did I? In that case, I'll
Before.
show you that one. I think this was the one that sort of sits between
It sits
them.
everywhere. Well, that's the thing with all of them. They all go beautifully together, and that's the point, isn't
So I'll
it?
put that up with you.
All 18 is the thing. But yeah, I think that was the one.
They're beautiful spring colours. They're going to
Yeah.
take you into the next season, basically.
Yep.
Gorgeous. And then the next ones coming through. These ones are sort of your hybrids. So these are the ones that sit in between the pinks and the yellows. So there you've got, yeah, so this is going to be your blues into the pinks, into the yellows. And I've had these quilts have taken me forever to make. Not because it's a long make, but because I just was deciding which fabrics to put where. So I'm going to give you all of them, not because you're going to use them all, but because you've then got that choice. And that's the really beautiful thing about it. Gemma, how much is this long quarter bundle by itself?
The long quarter bundle we did put on an introductory offer as well, so it should be.
So you've got 18 long quarters.
Yeah, and it should be well over £70. We've got it at £69.99.
That's not bad, is it?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
What's that, 4.5 metres of fabric?
18 long quarters, so
Yeah.
yeah 4.5.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Can we change that angle?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks.
It's coming. There we go.
So, what we are going to do is this. Have we got steamer seam loaded? Anyway,
Yes.
we have. Good, because I'm going to use some. When I find my stash of it. Right. So, you can use steamer seam for this. It is my preference. It's totally my preference. And what I would do is start off by cutting 18 10-inch squares. If you're going to do both. If you're going to do both of them, right? Now, the beautiful thing here is here we go. Where's my Big Easy? Here we go. If you've got something like your Big Easy or your Stripology ruler, it's going to be really quick and easy to cut. Stripology rulers are great for this project. Just means that you've got everything cut in minutes.
We've just got the Stripology back in as well. I feel like I say this constantly, but they just go out, they come in and they go out straight away. And we can't always get them straight away either. But fortunately we have managed to get a handful more. So yeah, we have the beautiful Stripology available. And if you struggle with quilting because of your cutting, which is where I struggle, the Stripology is your friend.
It really is. So the Big Easy I love for taking it off the bolt, because I can take that 10-inch increment off the bolt. But then it's always going to come down then to this. So I always line up on the bottom And suddenly, without any bother, what I've got are 4 10-inch squares. Cut easily and quickly. Just use the creases, it's the last bit off the bolt. So, what are we going to do? We are going to pick a fabric, any fabric. Which fabric should we go for? Oh gosh, it's always so hard to choose. I'm going to go with this one because we didn't use this one. Let me find this in my bundles. And this is definitely one. I took myself a long quarter of each. Here we go. This is definitely one that will stay in my stash. So of each colour that you use, bear in mind you're only going to use 9 to start off with, and you've got 18. Crikey. You've got way more than you need. Way more than you need. But it's a good excuse, right? It's a great excuse. So let's just trim this down. Because you can get 4 10-inch squares off your long quarter. You need 9. So if you're doing the maths, you realise that we have really over-egged the fabric here, just because it gives you the choice. Because then what you sash in, you might want to sash both your quilts in this and not in a plain, if you're doing the reverse. It's entirely up to you. What really helps is if your iron doesn't break halfway through like it did for me.
Technology's a pain, isn't it?
So, with your steamer seam, we've used this an awful lot. It is my favourite one to use, for sure. And you're going to pick which one you want to do. So, get your templates and choose a template, any template. What have I done with all my templates? That is the next question. Oh, here they are. Do you have a template preference? Jamala? Any kind of template preference?
We've lost our live on Facebook.
Oh, have we?
The Facebook gremlins have got involved. They thought we had audio that did not belong to us.
Oh.
And they've blocked us. So, I'm just getting Soroj to pop a little link up to redirect everyone to YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, hello YouTubers.
Hi
You chose our
YouTubers.
most stable stream today. Well done.
Oh my goodness.
Heidi's with us. She says, good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Cynthia says, greetings. Such a cutie, that little Dave. Daryl says, Dave is still so cute.
Ridiculously cute.
Thanks for cheering me up. I still have a cough after having a cold.
Oh.
Ali H says, morning, Dave and ladies.
Morning.
Love this quilt. Both quilts that we've got in the background today are rather beautiful. The other ones for next week. That's quite exciting too.
Now, I would get a marker pen and just draw around.
I've still got you.
I think
Oh,
you're our
have
only
you?
viewer. We've got one. And no one
Oh.
else can join the stream again. I think you might be our only Facebook viewer, Jane.
Jane.
So yeah, SJ's working on things. But Cynthia,
Why would they do that?
Trisha, everybody, good morning. I know
Good
they do it
morning.
sometimes when people play music that's not theirs, but clearly we haven't.
We haven't even sung.
No, we haven't even sung anything today. So
What is going
I
on?
know. So
That's very
We
disappointing.
have no idea what that's about. I'm just hopeful we can get everyone over on lovely YouTube.
I'm going to go for a slightly thinner pen. You will do a fabulous job because you won't be worrying about whether or not you've got a stream. But you just want to trace onto, and it's always onto the yellow side. You'll see there's a yellow gridded side, which just helps you to centre stuff. And I found it, especially if I'm tracing anything off, I really do want it to be centralised. Now, this is obviously onto an A 4-piece paper. But now that I've got my 10-inch square here, I can position these things however I want. Just be aware that obviously you're going to have a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, so just don't go within that. So you get to style this out however you want, really. And then you're going to peel the back off. Now, steamer seam is double-sided in terms of it has paper on both sides. When you peel it off, you want the sticky to stay on your yellow side there. And you're then going to place that onto the back of your fabric. Now, obviously, this does suggest that you need to think about which way round you want things to be facing. For me, I'm not really too worried this morning about which way things face. I will, however, just trim off that little bit there that's just overhanging of my steamer seam so that I don't gunk everything up. There we are. And then I'm going to apply heat from the fabric side. That's just going to melt the glue into my fabric. So the backing is going to stay on, but we're now putting that glue into the fabric. And that's how this stuff works. It's brilliant. I love it. Any Facebook update? Do
We will
just
not
still
get that
have
stream
Joan?
back. They've blocked our entire page at the moment.
Have they?
Yeah. So
Oh, very
that's Joan,
rude.
I'll be tapping, and we've got some lovely viewers that have come over onto YouTube to see
Oh,
us. So
well
Auntie
done,
Lizzie's there,
YouTube.
Sue from Lou's there. Spread the word, please, ladies, and we'll just try and, keep the show going. The show must go on, Natasha.
Well, the show is going on.
Yes. But we're live still on our website and on YouTube, so...
How very blinking rude. So they think what? We've done something we shouldn't.
You're doing audio and that doesn't belong to us.
Only out of our mouths. Belongs to us. Right. We haven't even got any music playing anywhere.
None. Haven't
That's
even
really
sung
strange.
anything.
Huh?
Haven't even sung anything today.
No. What is going on? Now, not your best fabric scissors for this because there is paper involved. Okay. If you need to just fold to get your first little cut, then do. And then away you go. There might be a more comfortable way that you like to cut. And when I say that, I say it in terms of I like to cut so that my scissors are on the sort of on the outside. So I'm cutting sort of towards the inside. But the key here is not to cut towards the outside at all. So not to cut anywhere between there and there. You just cut it straight out. So it's just going to lift out, and do it in a oneer.
Nice and neat.
Yeah, so I was always taught by paper crafters. Paper crafters where I started. To move the paper. We'll consider this the paper, right? And not the scissors. And to use the whole length of your scissors. So whilst it's important not to use your best fabric scissors, you do also want to use ones that are going to be good and not. I started off using my cheap, my real paper ones, which just weren't going to do it because they had too many chinks in the blade. So I couldn't get a nice long run at it to give me that lovely smooth finish, which is ultimately what I'm looking for. yeah, in my quest to give you a pen that you can see, I've also made it incredibly thick lined, so this might not be as accurate as it is, but you can do yours nice and accurately, because hopefully you won't necessarily have viewers to see. And so round we go. And there we have one dinosaur. I love this one. I do love this one. And then if you need to get in with a smaller pair of scissors, then find those little snips, especially for the stars. You might need those. But try and double over the fabric and cut that way. And just take your time. I watched a little movie or two whilst I was doing my prep. Do you know what I found?
Isn't it?
It was actually relaxing.
It was actually relaxing. As opposed to that there stressful sewing.
When you have deadlines,
I know, I'm pulling your leg.
then often it does feel a little stressful when Facebook takes you off for nothing. Nothing. It wasn't us, Facebook. It wasn't us.
No, don't worry. That there Sororge is on the case, having a word.
So I just prepped all of these up and then just sat there cutting everything out. And then I took everything to the iron. And then this morning I broke my iron, which annoys me because that was my new iron. It just stopped giving me any heat, which is kind of a integral part of an iron, I feel, is for it to deliver heat. So we will see what they can do about that, because that is not an old iron at all. I was really excited about my new iron as well. Right.
No.
So when you found the right scissors for the job, and you've cut everything out and you are happy with it, this is what I want you to do next.
You got a bit too much satisfaction out of that, Tash.
I know.
Scrunch, 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 scrunch.
I know. You are going to lay now, you see, there's nothing to stop you, by the way, just doing a quilt of dinosaurs. And you could do them in all the different colours. You could just applique them all on, all the different colours. That would also be a beautiful thing that I would love to see. But what you're going to do is take the back off. I've placed this on top of my 10-inch ivory fabric, like so. And then I just use this as a template for where they need to be, so that if you are gifting these, and say you're giving one to one child one way round and one to the child the other way round, they are going to be absolutely the same but different. But if you don't want to, and if you want to go rogue and place it wherever you want, the beautiful thing about the steamer seam, and that's available individually, by the way, is that you can reposition it.
Which is a game changer, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm just
Like
looking for
fuzzy
something to
felt.
scratch the back of it. It is like fuzzy felt. There you go. That's better. That stops me fraying an edge. So if you're not happy with where you've placed it to start off with, this is like beginner's applique, really. But I have to say, Emily loves her quilt. At her old school, we lent it to her old school, and actually they had it up on the wall in the little reading area.
Well, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, because she didn't have enough wall space for it at home, and then she got to see it at school. And then when she left there, obviously it came with us. And then it's been at Stitches the last couple of days. She's like, "Is my quilt coming home again, Mummy?" I'm like, "Yes, of course it is."
It's so dramatic. I will never see it again. You can just imagine it.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
such a drama queen. No idea where she gets it from.
No, I know. Never mind the fact that I caught her making a camp out of it with the duck the other day. I'm like, can we not do? I mean, I know it's all washable, but can we maybe not get duck on it? That would be great.
Liberty. Yeah.
Essence of duck on the Liberty quilt. That would be lovely. But for her, it's a keepsake. So when you've placed them in all the places, look at that. I love this.
Fabulous. Beautiful.
Now, when you're happy with where it is, you simply apply steam. Wow, that was a big jet. And it's the steam that provides the final adhesion, permanent adhesion. Up until that point, you can reposition those wherever you like. So there you have it. That is your first one. And then for the second one, you are going to there we go. Just a little scratch. It's the same with Bonder Web. You just have to give it a little scratch with your scissors to take it off. But this is tacky. This is the difference. With Bonder Web, it's not. So it will sort of fold back on itself and adhere to itself, but you can just pull it apart. When we've done the Cath Hardcastle appliques in the past, this has absolutely been the thing, because she layers up and layers up and layers up. And then you've got to try and move it to the ironing board, and that's really tricky. Whereas if they are all attached down. Now, I'm going to unravel this as I go. So I'll just get that edge in line along there. I know it's kind of rucked up, but that's fine, because we're just going to gently unravel. And you just need that starting point. A bit like when you do jigsaws and you do the edges first, don't you?
Yeah.
And then you fill in. I've been trying to teach Freddie this, and he's far better at jigsaws than I am, and he just goes for it. So I don't know why I tell him to do that. And every time I'm like, "What do you need to do?" And he just looks at me. I'm like, "Oh, shut up."
Get the edgy bits first and do your outline.
I know.
It's the unwritten rule of jigsaws.
Yeah, and
But
Freddie
is he
just
doing
goes
it-
against it, and he's brilliant at them.
He's doing it the opposite way.
He just does it however he
Just
wants.
to, you know.
Just to, and he can.
Just to prove his point.
But look at this, isn't this fun?
Lovely.
And I just, the other thing that you could do a runner, and you could do them in all the different colours.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do a quilt that's just dinosaurs.
I was about to say exactly the same. I can imagine this being an all
Like an
dinosaur
Andy
quilt.
Warhol dinosaur
Or an
experience.
An all unicorn.
Yeah. But when you've got the templates, you've got that. And also you've got all the sizings for the sashing and everything else. So again, firstly just press and then apply the steam when you are happy that you've got that exactly where you need it to be.
Oh, it's so lovely to have everyone popping up on YouTube. Bless you.
Oh, well
Joe
done.
Standage's founders, Jane Vivash says, I'm here.
Oh,
Auntie Lizzie's
hi,
with
Jane.
us. Lynn
Hi, Auntie
Marshall
Lizzie.
says, hi all. We said Sue from Leward founders as well.
Have
she
we
said
got,
something quite offensive about our other platform.
Well, quite. Thanks, Facebook.
Craft Knit Sew says, biscuits. No prizes for guessing who that is. Morning, Martin.
Hi, Martin.
Daryl says, I usually watch you on YouTube as I can't always find you on the other one anyway.
Oh, there you go.
No, they're not our friends today.
They do like to make life a little bit difficult sometimes.
They think we know what the infringement supposedly is. We won't go into it now, but it definitely wasn't.
Right.
So SJ is just disputing that quite
Heavily.
firmly with them.
Quite heavily. So, what I would suggest is if you are going to do something like this, then either pick sort of one of the colourways to sash. So you might want to sash in one of the plain colours, or you might want to like sash in that.
That would be fabulous.
But you could just do a block of 4 dinosaurs.
Yeah.
You could do it so that you've got them facing the other way. You can do it however you want.
Cushions.
Yeah, well, that's just it, because that
Gorgeous
would make a
cushions.
lovely cushion.
Yeah. That, sashed, cushioned, lovely.
Bound in something like that.
Yeah, and
Gorgeous.
Jane's done an entire range of different cushions in tutorials, hasn't she? So you can take
We
your
both
block
have.
and finish.
Yeah,
and
there's some of mine as well.
You've done some as well with your pom-poms and all sorts of lovely things. So we've got lots of cushion finishing options there. And that's really brilliant.
So, if you wanted to, what you would then do to sash this, it's just going to be a little 2.5-inch strip. Let me find that blue. Where is that blue? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Because it is a lovely one. Although that looks rather lovely with it too. Oh, it's so tricky to know. I've lost it. In all my bundles, I've lost that blue. What did I do with that blue? Of course, it's the one I can't find that I want, isn't it?
course.
Always the one I can't find.
You've got
that I
all the
want.
fabric in all the world over there.
I know.
Yet you're twiddly-diddling about something you can't find. Oh, Sylv's with us.
Hi,
Sylv Barkley says,
Sylv.
hello, lovelies, lurking while working.
Lurking
You're a
while
poet and you
I
don't
like
even
that
know
you
it.
lurk while you work.
Yes.
I know the blue I want. I've seen it. Here it is. Here it is.
That's a lovely big bundle of fabric there, isn't it?
Do you know what?
So
It's just
satisfying.
joyful.
Yeah.
It's so joyful. I absolutely adore it. So I'm going to cut myself with my Stripology ruler a 2.5-inch strip. And this is going to be the same for all your sashing.
I even like the crackle of the steam machine bit.
It's just so satisfying. It really is. If you haven't got it in your life, then please do grab some.
Lovely.
Now, if you're working with your Creative Goods ruler and you're cutting your 2.5-inch square, this was a really nice thing. When I was cutting my 2.5 strips out of my ivory, I was able to just go along and know that every time there was a square, that was my 2.5 inches. So you don't even have to think. You can just cut. So we'll cut a couple of those.
All you've got to think is, hold the ruler down, make sure your finger's out the way.
Yeah. And just holding the ruler, that's the only thing. Now, the question is...
I know the Stripology is a considered purchase, Tash, but it saved me a fortune
I know.
of buying jelly
I know.
rolls,
Yep.
charm
Anything
packs.
like that. Because as soon as anything has to be done to your fabric, it should be charged.
Yeah, of course.
It should be charged.
Yeah, and
And
jelly rolls and charm packs are,
you know, people
Brilliant.
sometimes get a little bit upset about that, and it's like, well, But someone had to do that. And if you don't want to do that, somebody else has to do that.
Yeah. And it's a service we pay for.
Yeah.
But if you can do it yourself, because you've got your stripology.
Then great.
Yeah.
Which is why jelly rolls are so expensive.
Oh,
You know, they really are.
and
Right,
you're
I'm going
getting a
to
little
cut
bit of lots of fabrics, you know, but
my 2-inch, my 10-inch square, just to go between them. Now,
oh, Ginny says, found you at last.
Hi,
Thank you, Auntie
Ginny.
Lizzie. Auntie Lizzie did put a post on her Facebook page to say
Oh,
if
did
anyone's
she?
lost
Thank
Natasha
you.
Makes, and I put a link on there for everybody.
so did they, have they shut down our page completely on Facebook?
SJ is managing to put a post out on our page, but yeah, they've blocked us at the moment, pending investigation.
What? Oh, come on.
Yeah. I'll tell you all about it after the show.
Do you know what?
It's really silly.
Of all the
like-
stuff that we actually do get up to,
I know. No, they've convinced there was some audio earlier in the show that there most certainly was not.
was it Dave?
Was it Dave? No.
Dave's
It
audio.
was post Dave. It was after Dave.
Now, there is a... Generally, we say to press to the dark side, which in this case is going to be in towards your strips. Now, for the quilt that we've got up on the wall, if we can just have a little look towards that. What what I've done there is I've actually pressed in towards my sashing. For the simple reason that actually when I'm working with ivory, I actually quite like having that echo of being able to see a little bit of that fabric through.
When you
I
come
really
to
do.
quilt it, you could follow that line.
Exactly, and it's just for me. It's just giving a little extra definition, a little extra texture that otherwise isn't necessarily there. And you can just see it sort of just a little bit through there.
It's all personal preference.
If
isn't
you
it?
don't want that,
Yeah.
press out towards. The beauty of this is that you're not trying to make blocks match anywhere.
No.
So there's no interlocking of seams or anything like that.
Oh.
So it really is, it is just down to you how you want to do it. So we're not having to press one side or the other just to make sure.
I've just seen that blue with that dinosaur. That looks
I know.
beautiful.
I know.
Wow.
Now what
Love
I
it.
would say is when you come to line these up, just line up the edges of your 10-inch squares. Now if you've gone a bit wobbly with your cutting, you can always trim them back and make sure they are. But I would just say line the sides up so that you know you are going to sew nice and true.
Yeah. It's all going on today. There's a helicopter outside and everything.
There is all sorts.
It's all going on.
I don't know what's going on, but it is all going on.
Everything and nothing all at once. Sue from Lou says, I was being well behaved today and Lo wasn't on, so it wasn't us.
I
Feeling
know.
slightly smug.
Not our fault.
Do you know
Not
what,
our
actually, that has to be
fault.
one of our most well-behaved.
I know, that's the
streams.
irony. I'm like, we didn't do anything. We didn't say anything. What happened?
I
So you
don't
keep the
know.
colour that you want to press towards on top and then just knock back with the edge of your iron. And I think what I will probably do later is another two, possibly facing into each other.
Yeah, lovely.
But the sashing just all follows that. You've got all your cutting guides if you want to. So for members, what I will put up is a little guide to the, because it's slightly different cutting just for the contrast one. Only in terms of if you do the ombre one, then every bit of sashing is different. But if you're doing this one, then instead of piecing these longer strips together in different colours, it's just one straight long one. So I just explained that in the little video that I'm going to post up in the members area. If you are a member, then remember we've got a call on Thursday night. I've got to remember we've got a call on Thursday night.
Yeah, you have.
That's the other thing.
That's the most
Yeah,
important thing.
yeah.
Otherwise,
gonna
there'll be a lot
really
of
help.
people waiting.
Waiting. Now, the other thing is, how do you finish it? So, do you know what? I think when I quilted mine, I know I finished it in a hurry. I might have even done it with HH 650.
Oh, that was the fabulous thing of the
That
day.
was a great thing. Or H640 maybe even.
Yeah.
But it kind of doesn't matter. Once it's all adhered and it's down. The way that I've quilted mine, the original one, if we can just go overhead and I can show.
Of course.
And there's a few ways. You can either blanket stitch around everything and then just do your squares, because then everything is held in place. So if you're just going to go down either side of all your sashing, then you can just quilt around. Or if you don't want to blanket stitch, because that takes a little bit of time, you can just echo stitch around, just go a little way out, and no one's going to really notice that. I would use a variegated thread. I've got my blue variegated thread in today and it just disappears in, you're not going to see it. So that's what I would do. So it's not a complicated, it's not a difficult make. It is a really lovely make, and it is making one of those quilts. I made sure there was something in it for everyone. Emily absolutely loves hers. Freddie would like his in different colours. So he would like his just in primary colours, which again would work. And sort of for all ages as well in there. Or there might be one block that you want to repeat, or a couple of blocks that you want to alternate, or that you want to merge with. It's entirely up to you. But the first step is to get the fabrics. Get the fabrics, enjoy. They're available individually if you just want to pick a few, or if you want to make sure you've got the whole lot. They are exquisite. I can highly recommend. So yeah, that's what we have for you today. Do have a rummage around the website, because there's lots of goodies going on in there. Tomorrow we bring you brand new Sanderson. We have those Sanderson bundles and the Tula bundles. When they're gone, they are gone. But there is a massive saving on those. Massive. So do enjoy those.
Our dispute, but might I recommend that people tune in on YouTube tomorrow,
just in case.
Yeah. And if you've got two devices, there's plenty of people who pop us up on YouTube on the big telly. Or on a big screen.
And then chat on the
and
Facebook
then
one.
chat on the Facebook if it's working.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, we may or may not see you on Facebook, but we'll definitely be on YouTube tomorrow.
We will, regardless. We're always there. And our website, of course, as well. Don't forget, you can stream through there, natashamakes.com. But
So
there is no
you can always
chat
find
function on there. And and all the products are on the website.
There you go.
Go ahead.
Have a good rummage.
Enjoy.
And members, remember, if you're a premium member, you've got 10% off this bundle.
Yeah.
Which takes it down to 60...
Hang on. 10% off.
£63. £63.30.
$62.99 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. One of them.
One of them. Enjoy it.
Less.
All right.
Lots less.
Yeah, lots less.
About £7 less.
Yeah. Basically, you get a
don't do
half
maths.
metres worth, you get 2 long quarters for free.
Yeah.
There we go.
Natasha makes mistakes.
Yeah.
And we
And
try,
doesn't do
we
maths
tries
anymore.
not to do maths anymore.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. So there we go, everyone. Right, we will see you tomorrow by hook or by crook. Take care. Lots of love.
Bye. Bye-bye.